This might be my latest stream that I will ever do. Ugh, why am I streaming at this hour? Help me. Anyways, hi. I'm probably gonna just do like a stream until sunrise. Honestly speaking, I would love to sleep, but I also want to continue on the game, and I want to try to make sure I continue the game as regularly as I can, because I want to be able to continue the game until the point that I can experiment what I want. So we're back. Anyways, evening to all of you. If you're wondering why am I so late, it's because I had to do some work before I can start streaming, and I just finished it. So like, oh, I'm tired. I could I could kiss a bit, and it would feel like the best thing ever. All right, I got that set up. I got this set up.
Arknights.
Login status expired. Why did my login status expire? What the hell? My account isn't eligible for this test. Did I just get randomly locked out? Huh? What? There has to be a staff. Wait, is there a maintenance now? What the hell is this stream? Wait, I can contact for help. Your account isn't eligible for this test. Please check my test access. Okay, wait, I'm gonna check my test access. Test access. Who's currently playing Enfield? Yeah, but why am I suddenly out of Enfield? What's the fifth line page? Fifth line page. It says that I have my access. What the hell happened? Yeah, I tell you what, I exit the game. It's not the wrong ID. My ID is keyed in. I was playing it just this afternoon. I was just going in, checking, and then I realized that my production system was jammed. I didn't actually fully fix it. And then like I was like, oh crap, okay. Might be a bug from an improper launch. Unless there was like a patch update. Maybe there was an OS update. I didn't update my OS.
Arknights.
Oh, unless you're saying my computer randomly updated and I wasn't aware.
It sure has been a while since I last watched
Is this the
your
Windows
stream.
update causing someone to get out of the game situation? Windows update can mess up the game. Then move to Windows 11. I don't know. Did I update something recently? I was always on Windows 11, weren't I? Shit me. I don't know who I can contact for help at this hour. Like, the person who manages me is also not online right now. Time to sleep. I feel like I can do something. There's surely going to be someone who's awake. But I'm like in the creators Discord and I don't know who to contact. Enfield stuff? Well, looks like I'm chilling with you guys for a little while. I don't want to turn off the stream. I wanna enter my game. My insomnia struck. No. My insomnia didn't struck. I would love to go to sleep, but I would love to add about 2 hours of my life into Enfield. Just chatting stream. Well, someone's replying me. I don't know if this person is a person. What do I mean by locked out of the game? Okay, I'm gonna screenshot my screen. I can play AK now. By the way, I haven't played AK for ever since Path of Life rerun started. So I'm not checking it in. I could boot up AK, but let me see. The fellow staff might be helping me right now because he already asked me what's wrong with my game and I sent it to him. There's still trials. I was planning to play trials on Monday. Did I catch up the story? No? What story? Of Enfield? I'm asking the guy if I can fix it fast. If I can't fix it fast, then yeah, I might tune out the stream. It's just a signal for me to go a bit early. Did I ever show my starting screen yesterday? Let me watch the stream. Because I realized that it says like the OS window on the top of my game right now. So I feel like seeing, like, if you see this screen right here, the top of my game is an OS window. Oh, actually, I just realized there's a word customer support here. Well, that could work. No, but customer support is like, I have to submit a report. That's not fast enough. Help me. Mizuki not moved to kernel, event mission somehow being dissociated with recombination, like Yosta, how do you mess it up? Oh yeah. Let me see what my what did my starting screen look like yesterday? It didn't actually write the OS yesterday on the top right of the screen. Let me see in the second stream did it do that. No, but I feel like in the second stream I was already in the game. Yeah, in the second stream I was already in the game. So I don't know what went wrong. Okay. Do I remember if that was there when I logged into the game today? You mean like this thing on the top of my screen right now? No, that wasn't there. Which is very weird. I don't know what's that thing up there doing. But yeah, I don't think me, you know, spam clicking or anything is gonna make it work. I mean, I'll try once more. If it doesn't work, then yeah, time to turn off the stream. What an lucky stream. I will remove the stream from the stream boards. Yeah. It's not logging me in. Never mind then. Can I screenshot and send it to... No, I can't reinstall. Reinstall will break the game. So no. I can't. Am I the only one doing this? By the way, this wouldn't happen when the game released, cause like, you know, nothing will go wrong when the game release type of thing. Oh wells. No other streamers seem to have this problem. Why am I special? Gators playing it right now, that's fine. As in, did anyone get randomly like booted out? Mine's the first on stream. Why I just entered the account. Just fine this afternoon. River's Godhead. Yeah, for the first time I'm locked out of my stream. Okay, never mind. Should I tune up my stream or should I just do a mini 1 hour chat before I go to bed? What do I even want to chat about while I'm here and online? Whatever I want, page is always waiting. Oh, you mean like whatever I want to do? I don't know. What do you all even actually want to find out? Some people are probably just tuning in, watching me. By the way, okay, for those of you guys who just tuned in, basically, I'm locked out of the game. I don't know why. I'm locked out of the game. If you're gonna say, did you do something wrong? Is since if you log in with Google email, you need to log in using the credentials provided in the mail. Wait, let me try to show the guy. He's trying to troubleshoot for me. Who knows? Maybe he'll fix it, but I doubt so. Apparently, the guy I'm talking to is not the main stuff. Curious of my thoughts on the Yostar recent issue. Is it fixed or is it not fixed? You thought this was just a yapping session? It wasn't meant to be. I wanted to continue the game. Okay, but yeah, I'm locked out of the game. A staff is trying to help me. I suspect he can't help me. So shit. Because I think the staff are in China also. And like they're probably asleep. Like I don't think they have an actual US branch just yet. No, and it's even worse because Griffline's other office is in Singapore, which they're also asleep. So like, I'm fucked for streaming at this hour. Wrong title on event page still. Should I open up AK? Go and see what they're doing right now? Didn't they refuse to own for their mistakes of the kernel units? They saw how unhealthy my last session were. And the page still shows. Let me go and enter. Part 2 Pinzuki no say should be kernel banner from this update. Right. You'll start having instant miracle to fix things will be a miracle. I did tell you guys though that Yostar, I think most of Yostar's EN staff are based in Hong Kong. I think. And Hong Kong's not having a good time right now. Although, technically speaking, it shouldn't affect work, but like it can. So, yeah. What's happening in Hong Kong? They had their worst accidental disaster. The multi-apartment block fire. Like I said, it shouldn't affect everyone. So, yeah. Why did I start streaming at 2 AM? Because I want to play Endfield, but guys, okay, I can't enter Endfield. They booted me out of the game. I don't know why. I am sad. Alright, let me turn this off. I've been reading and following up on the news on the fire. It's really pretty shit. I can't believe how the fire started. I think there's probably both local and global outrage at the incident. Cause I mean, I'm not part of the event. I'm not part of the thing that occurred, but I just wonder why didn't anyone in the renovation company think that this was a bad idea? How did it start? It was claimed that it might have started because of a cigarette, but it's not confirmed. So like, yeah. Okay, guys. By the way, I don't think I'll be able to play Envy right now. This is unexpected. I've changed my stream title to I've been locked out. You know what? I'm keeping the stream VOD here. I'm keeping the stream VOD here because it's just funny. And people are gonna wake up and they're gonna be like, wait, what's Cookie doing? Wait, why is there no Enfield? Holy shit. Okay, it's an Arknight stream. I see. So, we can see Enfield here, Enfield quite loud. Yeah, just leaving it in the background. So, yeah. I'll just do this as a chatting stream. Okay, wait. But the incident was that basically there was a renovation company. They use like scaffolding. So it's basically a add-on to a building in order to do the renovation of the walls and everything. So I think they were like, it's either repainting or they were just like refilling the material on the building or something. And they used the scaffolding plus they used this green netting to, I guess, cover dust and cover, I don't know what they're covering to be honest, but or protect their own workers. But they put that green netting. And then in order to make sure that the staff don't... The BGM is loud. My game BGM is loud. Oh wait, no, it's because I'm soft, isn't it? I always need to tune my microphone up. I don't know why. Is Enfield loud or am I soft? I just booted my volume up. Okay, I lowered the Enfield VGM as well. Okay, so they have that netting. Then they decided that now I'm louder. Okay, I'll go softer a little bit. Alright, they decided to put styrofoam onto everybody's wall, like windows, to again not disrupt the people living there. So literally everyone's house windows were bordered with styrofoam. Like, I don't know, it's pretty odd. Lower my volume. Am I now too loud for you guys? Wow, I swear I have tuning issues, man, with my stream. So the saying right now is that someone possibly smoked, like one of the workers doing the renovation possibly smoked, and they threw the cigarette and they didn't know what they threw it into, and it set the whole scaffolding on fire. So there's a debate right now as to whether or not the bamboo scaffolding is bad, because a lot of people are debating that bamboo scaffolding shouldn't be used. But the thing is, bamboo don't burn. So like, unless you really deliberately burn bamboo for a very long time, bamboo do not burn. You know, bamboo is actually fire resilient. Yeah, a lot of people are complaining that bamboo is bad in the incident because they were like, oh, they think of bamboo like wood. You know, they think of it like trees, basically. But bamboo doesn't have the same properties as trees. No, can bamboo catch on fire? At very high heat, they could. But they don't. Because, you know, after the incident ended, now the fire has been put out as of today. The bamboo is still leaning against the building. Like the whole scaffolding of the bamboo is still there. The only things that are missing after the fire burnt out is the netting and the styrofoam. Like the bamboo's all just fine after the whole thing has been cleared. Which goes to say there's nothing wrong with the scaffolding. It's the materials that came with it. So the thing I don't understand about the incident is, okay, they're doing renovation for the apartment, but does a construction company do renovation on every tower at the same time? Like, is that how it works in other countries? Like, I don't understand that. Like, if renovation happens within my own country, don't you go block by block? So I'm quite confused at the decisions of the company. That's the only thing that I'm confused. But yeah, they put that netting in the entire parts. So like every block that caught on fire had the netting. I think only one was untouched. I'm not sure it's because if they didn't do the renovation or they completed it, but like only one block was unaffected. So yeah. You guess the separate groups, some set up the scaffolding, the next one do the maintenance. It could be. But it was what caused the fire to spread. Because once the embers went into the other buildings, it started to catch the rest of them on fire. So it is, I think it's the last, I think this is the worst fire incident probably in history. Like, in terms of scale, I think this is the worst fire incident. And it can be a worse fire if this incident happened at night. That's the worst part. Like, I was just thinking to myself that it's sad to know that, you know, people are dead from the incident. But the incident happened at like 5-6 p.m. So people were still at work. Or some people are coming back. Oh, it started at 1-2 p.m. Okay, fair enough. 1-2 p.m. then. I thought it was 5. But that's a good timing, you see. Because by 1-2 p.m., people will be at work. They won't be at home. So it's a good thing. Like, if you all know about Grenfell Tower, right? Grenfell Tower happened at night. And that was one of the reasons why Grenfell Tower was such a sad accident. Because the fire started from a unit. I think it was like something in a unit caught on fire. And then it was so late that people are just waking up and realizing that they're screwed. You know, they're no way out. It's also a problem with the way apartment blocks are designed that I think is very... It's genuinely a bit unnerving. So, I think in my own country, we also have such point blocks. So, these type of buildings are called point blocks, where I have a feeling this apartment building only has one flight of stairs. And buildings with one flight of stairs are very common in Asia. You know, I think you might see in Malaysia, I think you might see in Indonesia, you would see it in Singapore for sure. And there's tons of it, where basically, as a high-rise apartment, you only have one way down. So it's either the elevator or the singular stairwell. No other escape if something were to happen. So the whole point of point block buildings is that they are not designed in a way that if a fire happens, it spreads throughout the whole thing and traps people. You know, like in Singapore, there are rules where in a point block building, you do not put anything flammable outside. Or at least, well, you can put like your shoe cabinet and whatnot, but like, you're not supposed to clog up the stairwell in a point block. You know, you don't go putting full-on carpeting, decorate everything, that type of stuff. Because you know, if a unit were to catch on fire and it spreads to the outside and it starts spreading to the other units, that's a bad thing. You know, there are rules on that when it comes to point block, where it's okay to have a singular stairwell. It's no longer okay if, for example, people are piling up boxes at the stairwell, because that is literally the fire hazard that can happen in a residential building. So, I thought that was just what's crazy about this whole incident. That is... It's just crazy to think that the apartment itself isn't built in a way that it will catch on fire. Like this, you know, multiple apartment block fire. It's the freaking cladding that they used. Like, think about the cladding as in the green netting that they used to cover the entire apartment block. And how it just shaded like everything. It's crazy to think that that singular column flame up made it a thing that enters every single unit of the building. Like, I don't know. Clearly someone didn't learn from Grenfell Tower. I didn't want another Grenfell Tower to happen in my lifetime, being completely honest. I mean, who wants that? It's just like, I'm not saying I want or don't want it, rather I did not expect it to happen again. And I did not expect it to happen again in a worse fashion. That I think is the crazy part of the incident in Hong Kong. Like, yeah. So the thing is, the reason why we're talking about this situation is, as mentioned to you guys just now, I don't know if Yostar is affected by this in any way. They honestly shouldn't be. You know, like if there could be a staff member that knows someone from the incident, there could be a staff member directly affected by the incident. Maybe that's why, but like, other people can still take over the work type of thing. Work doesn't stop unless they publicly declare that they're stopping their work. So, I don't know. So they haven't fixed the incident, is it? We got another fire incident at Telok Blangah. No, fire incidents are fine. Fire incidents are confined. There was a fire at Marina Bay Sands recently. I was kind of surprised. Was it Marina Bay Sands? Or was it somewhere else? It was a contained fire at like the top floor of a certain high-rise building. Or like high-rise condominium looking place. So yeah. Okay, wait, I want to see what's this broken thing that you guys talk about. What's broken? Doubt it affects them in major way. Accidents happen every day. Companies operate as per normal. No, but large-scale accidents doesn't happen all the time. That's the idea of it. By the way, is this Ian only? Or is it... Is it Ian and JP affected? It's across. Wait, so what mission problem are you guys speaking of? Am I missing something? Hold on, I'm gonna turn off the game and I'm gonna switch. Look at the title of the event. Oh. That's so weird. What the hell? Huh? That's quite funny. Check the banner. No wait, but guys, is Upina still Reta in the banner? Yes, right? It's more like the kernel is not fixed. Oh wait, yeah, why? Huh? Why are they written there? At the back? And not at the front? Wait, were they always in kernel? They didn't shift to kernel. Are they supposed to shift from now on? Isn't the placement of this very weird? They were supposed to at the start of the event. You know, Yostar would... Don't have to say that it's a problem because you're assuming that Yostar needs to follow CN. You all get what I mean? Like, Yostar can just say, oh, it's not a bug. It was intended. You get what I mean? Like, yes, we're all angry because, like, people are angry because they're basing it off what happened in CN. It's the literal thing that they announced. Wait, what? What? Wait. That is fucking funny. Wait, I'm opening the tweet. Stream website. Look at the amount of AK Endfield sites that I opened. Is it in the patch notes that they announced it? Like, where did they announce it? Because I'm not seeing it there. Is it written somewhere else? Banner post. Oh, my Yosta! My Yosta! Ah, yes! They never fail to impress me. Yeah, if they didn't announce it, it wouldn't have been a problem. But because you announced it, why the fuck Damn, this kind of shit. It just so happened that, wait, hold on. Removal of Mizuki, select far 2, Flametail, Gnosis. Actually, Gnosis is a good one, but apart from him, it's not a bad phase out. Nothing against the 4 of them, but it's not a bad phase out from the off-rate banners. They happen to be the ones that I find very difficult to recommend to people to pull. They also tried to edit posts at Facebook post patch. What? They did? So the Facebook post is different? Like the Facebook post doesn't contain them anymore? Like it doesn't say that it's removing them? Wow. They're trying to stay silent then. Well, that's just dumb, to be honest. Silently remove the post about moving them to kernel. But the evidence is there. So of course players would be pissed. Why did I randomly get a letter from Miss Christine? What's that about? Okay. But I don't have to play Path of Life right now, but I can always play it while I'm chatting, or like just staying online for about half an hour or so. Oh, I get to watch myself play with Abyssal Hunters. Okay. What was on my mind about what's going on at the moment? Oh, about Enfield. So what do you all think about the reception of Enfield after day 1?
Follow my light. Watch out for the tides
Both
and mist.
AK creators and non-AK creators, because I don't catch up with what you do, right? All I do is play the game. Let's start with non-AK creators. Game sounds a bit loud. The game also sounds a bit loud. Okay,
Enemy unaware. For now.
that's weird. Is it worth doing RA from scratch? I probably want to play RAs from scratch when I go back to it. Honestly, you gave up following Enfield news, patiently waiting for its release. You watch some other gacha CCs, the either lukewarm on the feeling, on the gameplay, or feeling the game drags too long in the beginning, or are bickering about the gacha. To be fair, some of them got shafted by gacha lah. Ah, okay. Increase my mic volume. My mic volume is very high now, isn't it? They make a lot of videos about the gacha. Okay. People are making noise about the gacha and the battle pass. Okay. Overall warm outside of the incessant tutorial spam. In Ushio's stream, she's annoyed by the constant hand holding. Who's hand holding her? Why are people doing that? You watch a non-AK creator. He thought the tutorials could be better and hope to have the option to change the controls. Yeah. No, I don't disagree. That's the biggest problem that Enfield is going to have. Yes, the tutorial spam is pretty bad. As in like... You see, the tutorial spam are bad, but yet... I can't say to remove it, you see. It's not good for me. I don't want it. But who am I to say that other people don't need it? You understand what I mean?
My sword will respond the instant I spot the movement.
Like, there are people who probably need to know this stuff. The combat is weird. Enemies have Xenoblade movesets, but your operators have fight game speedy moveset. Enemies feel like punching bags. Enemies feel like punching bags. Did they feel like punching bags? Not all enemies are like that though. Some enemies have already frustrated me. Tutorial needs a change as of now. It's like it is way too ridiculous. Is it ridiculous? I'm not sure. Some have horrible synergy for Team Light Night and complain about combat. No, but a part of me thinks, right, if people have a good team, will they still complain about combat? Because they might. You see? There's also the problem right now in the game where some people feel that... I saw this conversation. It was started with like a JP creator and I think Tobo on Twitter, where they made a comment about how team building is not strategy. And I'm like, but that's what AK is. Like, choosing your team prior to a battle is a core concept of strategy. So I don't know what they're kind of on about when they say that it's not strategy. You know, because that's a point that I try to make as well. That is like, I personally feel that the team building part is something that will allow people to enjoy and discover as they play on with the game. Are there recipe manuals on how to craft stuff in the factory? Yes, there is, but I couldn't find a quick way to access it. I think I need to go and figure that out.
Watch out for the tides and mist.
The game needs a simulation or sandbox room where you can test team builds. I don't think it's necessary because the simulation is almost like the open world of the game. That's your team testing build. Like for me right now, I use Energy Alluvium as the way to test my build. You know. I really wanted to like take a day to go and see the list of what do you call that? I wanted to take a day to go and see how to really optimize my team, because yesterday when I played it, you all saw that I've come to a realization that I wasn't using character outs correctly. I have a feeling I wasn't even using character outs correctly in Beta 1. You know, I didn't quite read and understand how their outs work. I understood how their combo and skill work, but not their outs. So now that I'm back in Beta 2, I realized that I can think a bit further into the combat part of the game. So, team building is not strategy is a crazy claim. That's like saying drafting is not strategy in League or Dota. Yeah, you're very right to say that. Because that's literally what League is, right? When you watch like League's esports, right? We all see League as a strategy game. But yet at the same time, we all always say your team draft is the reason why you might lose. Enfield Combat is like playing a fighting game. Exactly, that's the way I put it as well. Like if anything that about Enfield's combat, a lot of people try to put Enfield's combat akin to Genshin and Wuwa, and I'll give it to them. Whatever, anime game, fighting. Like I don't know why people expect a worldly difference. When you have the same genre, it's going to look the same, but it's not going to play the same. I think that's the thing that a lot of people misunderstand about Enfield. That is, they think of it as like a button masher, but it's not a button masher. You see, like the thing is that it's almost like playing Scoundrels in a gacha game, where you have to learn all the moveset of your characters in order to play well. So yes, you have fighting game moveset, enemies don't. Are you in the beta, Neko? Like, what's making you have all these comments about the game? Is it like from you watching? I can't really say that, because like, I don't really have an issue in terms of the enemies moveset and whatnot. I've had enemies that fucks me up at this point of the game. And I like that they did that. You know, that I'm apparently at the point of the game where the enemy started to scale harder than I do. So I've noticed, okay, to be fair, I'm not feeding gear, so that might be a reason. But you all should have noticed that now that my unit level, weapon level, has matched the enemies, I still kind of struggle. The last thing I'm missing is gear. The enemies most of the time are standing there, not much action, at least from what you're seeing. Okay, I don't deny that the early enemies kind of all feel very like not doing much, but it's not all the enemies though. At least the bosses are reactive. So yeah, Percy, you want to see more aggression from the enemies. I want to see enemies with more mechanics. You're watching? Entropy has tried to counter enemy hits, and he stood still for 20 seconds to get hit, because the enemy was getting stun locked by autos from the other three ops. Oh, but yeah, it can happen. Depending on how high your difference is of your units versus the enemy, if your basic attack outscales the enemy such that it staggers them more often, I can see that happening. Super thought the query quest story was not really good, and especially Ian Duck, but he appreciated the effort on how much you can do and explore within the zone. Yeah. I think the query story is a very nothing burger story as well. But I can't quite comment on the query story because it's a side story and it's the first. It's kind of like, I felt like I was looking at a granny story of a game, which I'm like, well, you already learned from AK, you don't have to deliver a granny storyline at the start, but like, if you really choose to do that, I'm not gonna complain. Just give me something bigger than that next time. You get what I mean?
I got this. Focus elsewhere.
Combat is faster for you, but not for the enemies is what you're getting. Yeah, I get that. Some places, I mean, yesterday I remember I did the triple worm fight. Wow, the triple worm fight really messed with my head.
My domain.
But I guess the worms don't feel so bad as an enemy just because like they are meant to stand still. You know, so it's okay in a sense that the worm can always have good attack sets. But I agree that the enemies that kind of don't do much are like the land breakers, for example, the land breakers, the Angerloy. Right? You have the ability to maybe just hold them still or something, and then they kind of don't have the opportunity to attack. So yeah. Aren't most of the enemies common mobs? Yeah, I feel like this stun lock effect only happens on common mobs, so it doesn't happen on elite mobs. Like, some of the elite mobs in the game is pretty nice. Oh, you all saw me get fucked by that one Angerloy enemy as well. That one pissed me the hell off. The one that I tried to dodge so much and I simply couldn't.
After living through them firsthand.
Literally how you feel when we first start playing AK. First might start out boring, but then you'll slowly start to enjoy. Yeah. But I think
Keep track of my position. I'm ready to strike.
for what it is, I'm just quite pleased with the way that they've done it so far. I'm okay if this is what the game starts out with. Why does the thing not spread? Oh, because it's not broken. But I haven't seen much of the story, so I'm not going to comment on it. But for what I've seen thus far, at least the cutscenes are better. The cutscenes are better, so it gives the feeling that the story is a lot more fluid. The rating for chapter 1 is 8 out of 10. I'm not done with chapter 1, right? No, I'm not done with chapter 1 because chapter 1 has Yvonne and all the other persons. But if I just say chapter 1 act 1 and chapter 1 act 2, so it's up to where I ended, right? Like before the power plant exploded.
You've stepped into my domain.
Let me think. What is my rating of chapter 1 act 1 to act 2?
Preventing conflict provides more solace than warning. These words only made sense after living through them firsthand.
Okay, ready for my rating? Why did I get locked out? I do not know. I do not know why I got locked out from Endfield. I will fix that tomorrow. I think they will want to fix it for me anyways. I don't think they will say, oh, I'm so sorry, we'll not fix it for you anymore. I'm quite sure they will do something. It'll be weird. It'll be so sad. I'll cry. Try login again. No, I can't get in. My Endfield is still on in the background.
The steam has dissipated.
Okay, my rating for Act 1 and Act 2. 3 out of 10.
Try not to get yourselves hurt.
Here's the thing. You all need to know how much I rated Chapter 0 and Chapter 1 in AK. I gave them like 1 and 2. If you all actually watch my AK reading streams, I gave literally Chapter 0 and 1 out of 10, and Chapter 2 2 out of 10. Yeah, I think I'll give this 3 out of 10. Like, the reason why I say it's 3 out of 10 is because it's just the start. There's nothing exciting. Yes, you're a part of the world, but the problem with Act 1 and 2 is it's all tutorials. So you will feel like, oh, when's the fun part gonna happen type of thing. You know? So like, I don't mind that it's a 3 out of 10, personally speaking. Because I think I find it a bit selfish that I have to expect a straight up like full-on lore-heavy story before, you know, all the understanding anything about the game. So I'm not saying 3 out of 10 is a bad thing. It's kind of like, that's pretty good to me. I mean,
Mission accomplished.
I've never give Reverse a rating for like the first chapter. If I had to rate Reverse's first chapter, Reverse is higher though. Reverse is like 6 out of 10. On the very first chapter. If I think back, let me think back to my first gameplay experience. How about Genshin? Because I did play Genshin Start. One out of 10? Probably. What about HSR? I can't remember what happened in the very first one. Chapter 1, as in the very first chapter, would be Herta Space Station. Two out of 10. Rivers had good engagement that made me like hooked and interested in the mystery of the game. Are we counting chapter 1 as Space Station or Bellowbog? Space Station. Herta Space Station is more of a prologue. But you see, that's the point with Enfield's Act 1 as well. Like, the problem with Enfield's first part is that they don't call it a prologue. But in truth, Valley 4 is just a giant fucking prologue. Like, Valley 4 is not chapter 1, in truth. Valley 4 is a gigantic fucking chapter 0 of the game. So, it's kind of like, I don't mind that it's so dull feeling at the start. To me, you start to appreciate it, I think, only the deeper you enter the game. That you start to like, oh, I was once here, this was what the beginning of the game was, and then all of a sudden, like, now you've understood the flow of everything in the game, you're ready to receive every new content that the game has to deliver type of thing. So, yeah. Uwa's first chapter in Gacha game is personally the worst for you. I didn't even sit through Uwa. I don't know what rating I would give the first chapter since I wasn't even there.
Pretty good here.
I can't even say that Wuling is a real start though, because I'm not at Wuling right now. So yeah, but no, I wouldn't say the entire Valley 4 is a prologue. Like, I think Valley 4 starts getting interesting probably from the from the Power Plateau section. I think that's when the game starts to become, ooh, there's something a little bit funsies, you know, the Power Plateau and the original Science Park. So yeah. Don't expect cinema. Just not at the start. The whole query section bores you. It bores me too. I would not deny that. But I kinda don't care. Because while the query bore me, I didn't hate it for its boringness or anything. I just felt like I was looking at a story of an actual crew of workers. You understand what I mean? Like I'm just looking at a bunch of people enjoying their work life. That was kind of how I felt. And what's so bad about that? What's so bad about hardworking people trying to just live life? You think of the query as getting used to the game's filler section. But at the same time, as gacha gamers, I don't think we want that much filler as well. We would love if the game has got lots of good things going on. They gotta show you regular life. Correct. Actually, you're right. You are very right. Like to me, right? The conflict in the game right now is a little bit small. You don't really feel the punch yet, but having played AK, you will understand that conflict is everywhere and conflict will be coming when you don't want it to. So, what is this? Oh, I have to play it myself? Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go EX1 for now. Yeah, like, the game needs to show you peace. And then once the peace is over, let's show you war. So, yeah. They could show war at the start though. I mean, in this case they did show war at the start. It's the whole Angolor war. Oh, but that's the part that I thought they did chapter 1 better. Like, in terms of like the current start of the game. And what I've witnessed so far, I thought that they did a good job. It can be better, but it's basically better than what they did in Beta 1, where you start to feel the impact of the Landbreakers and the Angoloy a bit more. They decided to give them cutscenes where you start to learn about them, right? I do kind of wish that the story starts giving a bit of the perspective of like who Landbreakers are actually, and like why do they do what they do. I'm quite sure they probably thought of that and didn't want to just make Landbreakers as just regular people, because I think we see that in the form of Wolfguard, right? Where Wolfguard was described as someone who is used to be a part of the Landbreakers. So I appreciate that they have that sort of approach. So yeah. Chen also yaps too much in this version compared to before, so Tobo mouthing on that. I don't know. I don't mind if Chen is a yapper. That just feels like what her personality is. And like, you'll see her until the end of Wuling. That's about it. Do I think the rewrite is good or is as bad as Wua at the start? The rewrite, I don't think it's good or bad. I think it's just acceptable.
Mission accomplished.
Because
I'll double check to see if we missed anything.
I don't know, it's not amazing. That's about it. I'm not expecting to be amazed though. That's not what I came to this game for. I came to this game because I want a good base building experience and a good combat experience, and I want a good synergy between the two, and I think I'm starting to see that. At least, as far as I've played in my 15 hours of gameplay yesterday, yeah, I got my hopes up that the game is actually going towards what I want to see. Tobo compares Chen to Paimon. I feel bad for Chen. Like, why would you say that?
My sword will respond the instant I spot the movement.
The visibility is pretty kind of...
Chen's like, how do I describe Chen? Chen's like the high-spirited, supportive friend. I was gonna say a high-spirited, supportive friend that people wish to have, but apparently not a certain someone. Like, she's literally homie. If you want help, she'll give it to you. Bruh. Okay, but don't tell me all these hot takes. It's not nice to review hot takes like this. Makes me sad instead.
And goodbye.
Yeah, she can be a bit similar to HSR much. Although comparatively, I at least enjoy that Chen seems more capable feeling. You know. And like, yeah, I want to know the backstory of Chen. You know, Chen gives you vibes of bagpipe. Actually, you're right. That's how Chen feels like. For me, Chen feels like I just had bagpipe in the game. You know, not Scottish, but very same person. Like actually that's what Chen is. If you were to tell me that now, the current Chen in Enfield feels like it's a hybrid of Chen from AK and bagpipe. It was about every aspect of the game tutorializing the player all the time, never letting them think for themselves. That's what he meant by Paimon.
Hope we don't find trouble.
I feel like this whole tutorial part is probably going to be the one main thing that everybody playing the game is going to mull
The
about.
visibility is pretty good here.
Unfortunate. She balances out Pelika very well. I had a bit of a confusion with Pelika's current personality in the game. While I was playing it, because they portrayed Pelika as this like look after you person, which she still is, but how do I say this? I thought they wanted to remove the like serious work vibe of Pelika that you kind of witness a lot in Beta 1. But then as I play more, it feels like they wanted to pull away from it, but yet because they didn't like change every single line, you kind of feel it at certain sections, type of thing. So I don't know if it's like I'm supposed to think of it as, oh, you're gonna feel both as you play on. So yeah. Pelika is less attaching to Amiya. No, that's the weird thing. So they changed it such that they want Pelika to feel more attaching, but it doesn't feel consistent. If you get what I mean? Because like in Beta 1, Pelika felt like she's just a distant co-worker that somehow needs to tag along with you. But then in this version, it feels like they have random windows where they show that, you know, oh, she and Amiya are not that dissimilar, right? She looks out for you, she's hoping the best for you, type of thing. But like, yet she goes back to being that serious worker all the time. So yeah. Yeah, she was very robotic before. I agree. Have I seen the glow up of Wolfguard? Both the 3D and the 2D model? Yeah, Wolfguard looks fine. I would love to be like Wolfguard one day. Give me 6 more months. I will go on an extreme chest workout and I'll come back and say my report. Wolfguard seems like the most interesting on the start. Like, I like Wolfguard. I will always say that he's a freaking edgelord. I don't mind seeing an edgy character from the start. Don't give me too many. So if Wolfguard takes that place, stay that way, type of thing.
Locked and loaded.
Where's M3 in Enfield? she appears at the start of the game sequence. You do see her. You really like Wolfguard's accent? Italian? Yeah, accents are always great. He doesn't do much. Who doesn't do much, sorry? Just bring Tawns to Enfield and we lose me. I'm not that big of a Tawns fan. I think Tawns is very good looking, but I'm not that big of a Tawns fan. Well, I'm fairly big, but not that big. That's the way I would say it. Oh, you mean M3? Yeah, they showed M3 for a very brief moment in the game. I didn't quite understand. Don't lie. I feel like I'm probably a bigger Tequila fan than I am of a Tawns fan. I think.
The visibility is pretty good here.
You were wondering about Wolfguard and his lines. Previously, he's just there. I do think that they, you know, changed up Wolfguard a little bit. He's a lot more enjoyable at the moment. Like, there's more personality to him, as much as he's very edgy, but it's good. How much does Wolfguard contrast to CDP1? They're trying to make him extremely marketed to girls. And I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, have I drank water today? I can drink now, but they tried to make him look a lot more dependable, a lot more, like they gave him more little rizzy moments. Not sure how to describe in the best way possible, but like, you get what I mean. They tried to make him look very cool. You know, like a bit hero feeling. Not so much hero in a cliche way, but like I will help you in your times of need kind of way. It's not like he saved our life that badly or anything. Oh yeah, Wolfguard's cutscene where he did the final kill on Roden was really good.
Hope we don't find trouble.
But I appreciate, because I stated this in yesterday's stream as well, which is AK's story didn't start with a male character. Like, the story didn't begin with a male Rhodes Island character as someone that joins it. You get what I mean? So like, I think it's a good thing that they gave the screen time to Wolfguard, basically. As a first male character. I think he's a great first male character to have in the game. Ace had screen time.
Pretty good here.
But it's not a playable character. And Wolfguard is playable. Will you guys spend after the game release? Not including if you're a whale. I think I will willingly spend if for whatever reason this game makes me unlucky and I don't have enough moves. Which I hope I don't have to do often. I don't mind it. But I want to own every character in the game, that's for sure. Because I think there's joy in playing a lot. You saw someone in CM profit 1,400 from stocks. You think you'll buy the battle pass? I'll buy whatever easy source of pools, I think. Did I check it when I played? About the battle pass? I will okay, here's my condition for respecting the battle pass. If both tiers of the battle pass, which I don't think will happen, but if both tiers of the battle pass is bought using Origiometry, I will extremely respect them. You get what I mean? So at least right now, the second tier, they decided to do a triple tier battle pass, right? The second tier battle pass is purchasable using OP. The game doesn't call it OP anymore. I don't even know what to short form it because it's not Originate Prime. Now it's Origeometry, which is a bit annoying of a short form name. I guess people are gonna call it OG. Not very nice sounding, but people will end up calling it OG in the future. So yeah, I know the third tier is not Origeometry yet now. The third tier is a paid tier in CN. So the second tier uses OP and then the third tier doesn't. But if they decide to change both to it, I am absolutely going to respect them. Just because you end up getting, like, one of the things that I feel AK is very enjoyable for is the fact that Originate Prime is a paid currency, or it's also a currency you can earn in the game. But yet, you can use it to purchase things that are often a price. Do you get what I mean? So, like in the case of what do you call that? In the case of skins, for example, right? In most games, skins are purchased. But in AK, skins are not. So yeah, there's a standalone monthly card too. Yeah, I know of that. It's also nice that there's cashback for the tier 2. You mean the Originate Prime? I think there'll be some level of Originate Prime back or Origeometry back in the actual main game. Because you putting, I think it's like an incentive kind of thing that they will probably make the second tier always purchasable with OG, and then once you place it in, they want you to complete your missions as much as possible, like your battle pass missions, so that you get like the maximum reward back type of thing, right? So you wouldn't feel like you lost it, but it's a bit annoying because it kind of feels like battle pass with an extra step. That makes me just say, why can't you just make it linear? You think it's linear? No, linear as in a linear battle pass where you have a normal and a paid, right? What ends up happening is you just get all the rewards. But because they do a double tier battle pass, if you think about how they try to, you know, resource scale what the reward should be in both tiers, it just feels like you're doing a singular battle pass broken up into two. Because most people, when they're free to play, for example, in other gacha games, right? They try to complete the battle pass, they do their missions and everything, okay? Then they will try to collect all the rewards to maximize whatever they can get as a free to play. Do I mean that they're taking away from a free tier? No, it's like what ends up happening is there's a good chance the first two tiers, in terms of like how it kind of scales to the resource amount of other gacha games, will end up looking the same as just a singular tier. Do you understand what I mean? You just created some extra step to like, oh, by the way, why not spend some OG and you can get more rewards? But in truth, rewards are manipulative. You get what I mean? It looks like more rewards, but like you could have just done a single battle pass where the two rewards are combined and nothing goes wrong. Right? Because if I complete the entire battle pass levels, for example, I get all the OP refund back. At least in the case of this one, I will lose 3 OP, right? It was a 33 OP battle pass, and I will get 29 back for completing everything. So it becomes a bit like, why not let's just remove that step? more or less take away from the free pass to make the OG one enticing. Correct. You get what you mean? It'll feel more like more rewards, but it's actually a retention manipulation method. Yeah. It's a, okay, don't get me wrong. There's a little part of me that says ingenious. Because no one's done that in a game before. Right? It's a very little... It's a small tactic that I don't think people think about unless you like hear me say it this way. That is, you need to understand that every amount of free pool is calibrated such that they already understand, oh, a free-to-play player will get this amount of rewards. So like, their battle pass can be manipulative as well, in the sense that most players will probably end up buying the battle pass with the OG. Some, for some reason, might not, but most people probably will end up doing it. And because you bought it, like you bought the second tier, it starts to become like, oh wait, by the way, I have 2 tiers of rewards now. Better complete my missions because I gotta collect all the rewards. Like, most gacha gamers already do that, especially if there's only a single battle pass. But with them adding this step, it makes you feel like, maybe I gotta do more. You get what I mean? I'm not like complaining that they should remove it or anything. I'm just saying, it's a tactic. It's a tactic that's gotta beat people. Apex Legends has it. Oh, Apex Legends has a triple tier? So yeah. They gotta make money somehow. No, you don't get it. It uses OG. OG doesn't take money. You can farm OG in the game, right? It's like OP. You can farm OP from clearing things. There's no money involved. It's just giving you the feeling that, oh, I've collected enough OG, now I can buy the second tier battle pass. I've just committed to a second tier battle pass. Let's play more. What else can OG be used in the game? Fantastic question. I'm trying to figure that out. It's an interesting approach. It's an approach that I cannot say is bad or good. I don't think it's either. But a little part of me says it's annoying. Because you know I'm like the thinker type of person. That when I see a game do this, I'm like, oh, I get what you're trying to do. You know. And it sounds a bit... Does it sound snobbish when I say something like that? I hope not. It's just little things that games try to do, I will observe it, right? It's not the currency for pools or skins like in Arknights. It's the same, but there's no skins in the game right now. It's only pools, so you can use OG for pools as well. If it's annoying, it means I've seen through the manipulative tactic. Yeah, that's about it. Like, I understand that it's a tool to get people to feel a bit of a FOMO. That's the thing. Endfield has a lot of FOMO tactics. That isn't... It doesn't make you pay for the game more. It can make you pay for the game more, but it doesn't need to. So you know the part where the gacha banner gives you like 10 free pools for every 60 pool that you complete on a banner? The thing is, you don't have to commit, even as a free-to-play player. You can just do your 60 pool, be happy that they give you 10 free pool, or you just, you know, do your typical thing. You skip a banner, and then afterwards, you continue. So, it's a bit like... They created a method of FOMO that will apply to both a free-to-play player and a paid-to-play player. It's just a very fascinating approach. It's all I can feel. You feel like even with Beta 2, we don't see the full picture. Like, what all does originometry actually mean? What can it be used on? The fact that they separate it makes you think that it would be used for skins, but the skins will probably be just going for a higher price. I think originometry can also be used for sanity, the same way as in AAK. I haven't tried, but I think it should be able to to be used for sanity. So yeah. But I do hope they use it for more things. And they do the sort of AK system. Oh, but I have to say this, I'm worried about the search shop. I really love the search shop of AK. It's one of the things that makes AK very AK. But they changed something. I understand why they changed it. A lot of people complain that the gacha in Enfield is shit, but if you think about the fine print of it, it's not bad at all. Like, you have a guarantee system of getting one copy of a unit. Potentials in the game are not crazy. As far as we've reviewed, potentials in the game are not crazy. If any fucking AKCC or any other CC comes in and tell me this potential is insane, they are not thinking. We literally spent the entirety of yesterday's stream reviewing every 5-star and 6 stars potential. And it's like, how often are you gonna get that buff that sounds very good? So the thing is, the search shop used to be able, like in beta 1, the search shop lets you buy operators. Like you can spend a certain amount of certs to do it. But in this particular beta, as you saw, they did this separation where 4 stars and 5 stars gives a certain tier of certs. I think it's like a blue cert. I think that's the color they gave it. It's either blue or yellow, I can't remember. And then they gave 6 stars a purple cert. So purple cert in the game lets you buy weapon, while the blue cert in the game lets you buy materials. So there is no longer an avenue where your pools, you know, the pools that you do where you get certs, right? There's no avenue where your pools becomes an operator. I'm not sure they, like, it's just not going to be there forever. They removed it, they want to test something. But if they are going to remove it for good, I feel like the reason is because, one, they made it easier for you to get pools in the game. 2, they decided to give more avenues for pools. So what I mean is that the acquisition center, so for example your outposts, your like there's no fixed operator purchase in the search shop, but they still give pools. I think the blue cert does give pools, I cannot fully remember. Then there's a lot of different things where, because you built your base, you can like purchase pools from all the stray corners. They basically scattered the pools everywhere in a way that you can easily get them. So you think about it almost like, instead of letting you buy a guaranteed unit, they decided, why not let's just make the currency of the game give them more gacha. Do you understand what I mean? But then again, it's not, the pools don't necessarily go to chartered headhunting as far as I see. Some of them go to basic headhunting, which can be a little bit iffy, but it still gets you Arsenal tickets. It still can convert yourself into more pools. So yeah, you feel like you prefer direct units over pools, but that's the thing. It's because of the guarantee system the game has that makes me feel like that's why you don't get that much of the... They don't do this direct unit, but I foresee that the game will find new ways to give direct units. Like I did mention before, the craziest thing that AK can do that will shatter everybody in other gacha games is just give me a selected ticket pack. Right? You do a 1-year anniversary, you do a 6 months anniversary. No, you can't do it in 6 months. 6 months is too soon. You do a 1-year anniversary, you suddenly tell everybody, oh, by the way, I don't know, 30 to 50 bucks. 30 to 50 bucks, selected ticket. 6 star, choose what you want. Like, it will shatter everybody that you can do that. Some people will just do it. Why do the gacha? Just spend the amount of money that could have been put on pools and buy a unit. you hope after some time they'll add recruitment. So that's the thing that I wanted to mention. There's no recruitment in the game. The recruitment seemed to have been changed to this basic headhunting. So basic headhunting is not the same as kernel headhunting or standard headhunting. Because basic headhunting uses a different currency. You know, like how in certain gacha games they use like the friend currency to maybe do a certain friend gacha, right? They just segmented that. They basically created two types of gacha. So if you think about recruitment, recruitment is technically a type of gacha as well. So to me, right, recruitment basically changed into this basic headhunting, where your daily logins, your base,
Follow my light.
your
Watch out for
quests
the
can
tides and
all
mist.
give basic headhunting tickets.
かの深き海より参ります
Essentially meaning you could easily get basically all the basic 5 stars and 6 stars in the game. So yeah,
My sword will respawn the instant I spot the movement.
how many currencies do we need to keep track in Enfield?
楽しみ
That's a great question.
Tiny truth.
That is something that I wonder, will it become a problem? Enfield is such a resource heavy
确
game,
实该给这帮无法
in the sense that you have to manage so many materials in your brain, right? Oh, I have to build this now, I have to care about constructing a pipeline for this thing. I have stock bills, I have EXP, I have LMD. If you think about it, AK is very much like that. We have a lot of materials as well. But Enfield, comparatively, should probably have way more materials than any other gacha game out there. And if that was the case,
役に立つ情報を奴らに吐かせて
it's a lot for people to take in.
菜園に広くて
And so,
Enemy unaware for now.
君の糸を葉先の前に差し出さないで
I feel like it can be a problem. But yet at the same time,
立ち会う価値もない
I think people will just get used to it. Is that a leak? Am I seeing a leak? Am I seeing a leak? Am I seeing a leak?
派手な傷跡を刻みつけてやろう
盆栽ですわね
You didn't know what gave basic headhunting. They're sure they will add it frequently. Oh wait, so you know why I'm pissed off that I can't log in right now? Into my Enfield, like me being locked out. Okay, I already bought my headhunting ticket from yesterday. Did I? I did. I'm not pissed about Sanity Max. It's because you can actually buy basic headhunting tickets. I think daily. I can't log in. Yeah, that's why I'm playing AK right now, because I can't log in. How did I even get locked out? I don't know, bro. You tell me. You tell me why the game suddenly tells me I'm an ineligible player. Hold on. I'm lazy to show you guys my screen. I report to Hypergriff. I report to Griffline. Like I said, it's not Griffline's working hours. That's why they can't help me. My access got revoked. I doubt lah they will help me. It says that I still have to I still have my beta access, so they'll probably find a way to hook me back in. The daily basic doesn't restock. You know what you're talking about, but it doesn't restock. At least it hasn't for you. Oh! Okay, interesting. Did I update Windows? I don't know if I updated Windows. If I updated Windows, then fuck me. It's just a one-time purchase. But I think there'll be more avenues for you to get a hunting ticket nonetheless. I'm waiting to find that. Because it feels like the basic hunting ticket is something that they will give every now and then. So that's gonna feel like your recruitment of the game. You know, stocking up 10 and then afterwards doing a fun free 10 pulls. I can check when I updated my Windows. Oh, okay. Let me see. Windows update. No, it says a version that update history. I didn't update my Windows. Restart my PC. I'm streaming already. I just turned on my PC. You guys are making me sad. I turned on my PC and just got in the game. Try restart? Bro, if I restart, the stream just ends. I'm just gonna go to bed. I'll see how it is tomorrow. The way you see conversations around hate hunting and its adjacent system takes away the actual conversation about the groundbreaking stuff that Enfield has progressed. I can approach in that conversation. Don't worry, I'm not like so hyper-focused on the hate hunting and whatnot. It's just what the conversation flowed into. So, yeah. In terms of like what I feel very good about Enfield, I really enjoy the combat. Like, I think there's gonna be way more people who don't enjoy the combat than people who do, only at this current point in time. The reason being, I think people who didn't want this type of combat from the very beginning will stay angry. That's what I'll put. People who don't like this style, fast pace, combo, skill, this kind of management where it feels like I'm just button hitting, I think they'll stay angry. But I think the other side of people who will also not like this combat are the people who want to have a good time, genuinely are trying to have a good time, but don't know how to have a good time. You get what I mean? So I think people see the potential in Enfield's combat, but most people who see the potential in Enfield's combat don't understand how to do it. Like, they're not caring to read. You get what I mean? So I feel like if people are the thing that I enjoy the most about the combat is personally, it feels the most gamer thing that I've ever done in like an action game. Because I never put so much thought into why I put people together. You get what I mean? I never go thinking like, oh, maybe this person could work with this person could work with that person, or maybe I could just flip it all around. You know, then once I put them all together, how do I actually engage within the game? Have I played any Kuro games? No. Not as of recent. Like, I like the thinking process. You don't do that in AK. It's very AK coded, that's the thing. It's my favorite part about it. Oh, what's that stream title? What happened? I don't know what happened. Don't worry. I'm not fucked. Trust me, I don't think I'm fucked, but I don't understand why I'm locked out of the game. So, yeah. Then I try Wuwa. I tried Wuwa. I'm not playing it as of recent. Yeah. So am I gonna do TFN? No, I'll do TFN on Monday. I have time, right? To do TFN on Monday? Yeah, I have time to do TFN on Monday. Locked out as in I got banned? I'm not banned! My Enfield page says I have access. My in-game page says I don't. And therefore I can't get it. I don't know what happened. People want the dopamine rush. So the thing I enjoy about Enfield's combat is that you don't get the dopamine easily. You get dopamine by understanding the game. Is what I really take so much joy from. And I feel like even with, for example, if you all watched yesterday's stream, right? I did a team where there was Aya involved. I did another team where I decided, let's see how to make the best out of Alash. And that got me to think that I feel like I went through 3 phases. In literally one stream, and also taking the learning that I had from the first stream, I simply just realized I don't understand anything. I did not understand anything. I did not understand the synergy that could have happened. Did I speak about gacha in yesterday's game? I did. You can watch the stream. You can watch the first stream. I think the first stream was when I talked about the gacha the most. So, like, I thought I understood the combat in the form of like, okay, so you figure out how to sequence everyone's combos into play. And then I realized you're supposed to think about the talent. You're supposed to like think about how often you can trigger a person's talent. And then you're supposed to think about how often you can trigger the out. And you need to realize that the outs are not any random boogaloo just out when you want to out. Most units out condition works better if you did something beforehand. No one's out is meant, at least as far as I've played, there isn't really much people's out where they expect to use it in an isolated manner. Isn't this the main issue? The effort for actually optimizing is a higher threshold than the average gacha game, so they don't like that they have to put more effort. Well, it's not an issue to me. It's the literal reason why I think this game is actually great. Like, I'm gonna freaking enjoy my entire time off. How did I get locked out? I do not know. I will be back tomorrow. I will fix my game tomorrow and I will be back tomorrow.
Anyway,
I'll be back
sure
in the evening.
this a lot, but how did you get locked out?
Yeah. Can I not contact them? It's not their working hours. So yeah. Yep, I think most content creators right now cannot enjoy the game just because they don't want to think, they don't want to team build, and then they just use whatever that works. They say, oh, 6-star, oh, 5-star, put them together, must be a very good team. That's all. I don't have Haima on speed dial. Even Haima would be sleeping at this hour. Yes. This game requires high IQ. That's kind of how I don't mean that this game definitely needs high IQ, but this game wants you to think. And I really, really love that. The thing that I agree with what some of you said is that the enemies don't make me feel that way so much yet. I haven't felt mad pressured by the combat yet. I felt pressure, it felt good, but it was not like... I haven't feel the same pressure I get when I play AK. I will try to make a video. So, okay, by the way, speaking of my Enfield video timeline, okay, I really do want to deliver quite a few Enfield videos coming into the later part of the game, alright? But don't expect any Enfield videos in the first week. Alright, let me use this first week to try to race to Wuling. Try to finish up whatever story-based content that there is in the game. Give me like 7 days to do it, to run all the way there. Once I'm done, let me use every part of the beta time to show to people how the combat works. Cause here's the other thing, I feel like the combat is a gacha content creator's nightmare. I do personally feel like if there are gacha creators who wants to be guide makers, I don't know if I will become a guide maker. You'll see with due time. I don't know what my trajectory will be. It's... you need a lot more effort to understand the characters. Because you see, I can't just tell people, this character has this skill, has skill 2, has skill 3. It's not like... it's not AK, you know. It's not AK, it's not HSR, it's not Genshin. It's none of them. I need to tell you, this person has skill 1. this person's skill 1 interacts with this person's skill 2, which interacts with this person's skill 1. And then that person's skill 1 can interact with the first person's skill 3. But this skill 3 can also interact with this person's skill 2 again. And then you can use that skill 2 to go to the fourth person's skill 2. And from that fourth person's skill 2, you've just triggered the talent 1 of this person. And then afterwards you can, oh yeah, because you triggered the talent 1 of this person, now person's 3 talent also works. Do you get what I mean? Like, you actually cannot talk about a person in isolation in the game. That's the crazy part about this game. None of the combat is in isolation. That's the part that makes me say it's also quite different from AK. AK has a thing where, in terms of like combination of units, you tend to do it as more so the way you deploy, maybe this person blocks first, you know, and then the positioning and whatnot. And when it comes to like the skill usage, you tend to like, okay, maybe time this person's skill a bit earlier, then you go for the next person's skill, or you go all in, boom, everybody's skill together at the same time, and then let it cast for like 30 seconds, right? There's a bit of that synergy, there's a bit of the combination. Don't get me wrong, AK is a fantastic tower defense game, it always will be, but when it comes to the way Hyperglyph approach this action combat game, I don't understand if this is this, like, tell me about it. Does it feel like UA? Some people say yes, but I don't think it is. I don't remember UA giving me this type of feeling of like, suddenly this person does this, does that, does this, does that. Like, I don't think it feels like that. And that's why I'm impressed with the game. Like, I don't understand why people... Sorry. Especially Tobo. I will say his name out loud. Just because he just doesn't like the genre. And I'm okay that you're a person that don't like the genre. But you need to realize that the genre is being kind of reinvented here. And that's what I'm impressed by. Like, I really, really appreciate that I play an action combat game in a very different way from any action combat game that I played. And that's why I think it's just weird when people tell me that it's bad. Like, I think it's bad once you don't understand. But then again, some people do understand. And then when people do understand, that's when I find it a bit like, there's that half-half. Some people end up saying, wait, that's really cool. And then there's a side of people who's like, it's still action. It's a button mash. But I'm like, it's not a button mash. I get fucked for button mashing in this game. Like, when I end up using the skills of my units wrongly, none of the chains happen. What I'm saying is that Hyperglyph's approach to action combat is the first in the industry for synergy-based action. I don't think it is. I feel like this synergy-based action thing must be an inspiration from an actual existing game that I have never played personally. Does anyone have a clue? What game does this combo chain? It's not a gacha game. I feel like it's a single time purchase game. The game looks like a button mash because people aren't observing how the system works. Yeah, so I kind of want to like create a video to show to people how the combat actually works and how you can fluidize everything. And I feel like it's going to be a 20 to 30 minute video that I make. Enfield's combat reminds you of Genshin's elemental system, thinking how you team up the character and what routes you have to take for triggering wanted effects. Genshin does do that, right? Genshin does make it such that you don't exactly have a button mash as well. You do sequence your 4 characters, like for example character B, do skill first, then character C, character D. Wait, but Genshin's skill cooldown is character specific as well. They don't share the same SP bar. And Genshin's elemental system is that you match the elements of the enemies with you, right, in order to deal the bigger damage. Genshin, you can easily button mash. I haven't played Genshin in so long. There are some very detailed rotation for certain teams. The thing that I want Enfield to give me is the fluidity of rotations. I want a big fluid, like giant network and non-linear network. That's what I'm trying to discover right now in this beta. How many non-linear networks can I find? But I don't think you can mesh in Genshin at all. You get punished for dodging badly. You get punished for not using your skill at the right time. Like, everything is very time window. That makes it such that it's a... Like, you can choose to not pay attention to these time windows. But if you don't, you're just not hitting well. In Enfield. Yes, I'm referring to Enfield. That is like, every skill, every combo that you make is concise. If I press, here's the little thing that I made a mistake with the squad that I used yesterday. So I was learning this, I was like reflecting upon my squad. It's crazy that I even say I reflect upon my squad, like what the hell, you know. But I do that because I realize this game makes me need to think about it. That is like, one of my biggest mistakes was a lash combo skill takes 9 seconds right now, right? So if you all remember, one of the chains that I had, one of my favorite starting chains was to use Perlica into Enmin, and then so use someone to do a finals. Okay, let's give you a map of what happened to me yesterday when discovering the chains. I think this might be the last convo that I have, unless one of you wanna ask me something before I go to bed. I'm open for 2 more topics before I'm out of here. So let me show you this. Okay. So this was my timeline of discovery, alright? In terms of the team that is Enmin, Perlica, Estella, and Alesh. Right? So the first easiest chain I discovered was that you do a final strike, doesn't matter who, gives you Perlica combo, gives you Enmin combo, then Enmin Alesh has a thing where if original crystals are consumed, his combo triggers. So in order to consume it, I needed Enmin to use her skill. And that gets me Alesh combo, which Alesh combo helps me recover SP. So this was the first thing that I realized. Is weapon dupe important? No, not at all. None of the potentials and dupe are important in this game, as far as I've reviewed. Okay, so this was the first thing that I learned. Then, the reason why I added Estella in was because I was thinking, there isn't a second person that helps me trigger Alesh combo easily. So Alesh states that if solidification is consumed, he will also trigger. So then what I discovered was I can do Perlica skill because it applies electrification. Then I do Estella skill because it becomes not cryofication. It becomes solidification. Right? And because the solidification, it becomes solidification, and her skill states as is instant consume. And that is literally what Alesh combo trigger wants. He wants an instant consumption. Oh no, he just wants a consumption. So therefore, this triggers Alesh combo again. Right? So this was the thing I thought about, But the thing here is that this takes 9 seconds. This takes 9 seconds of a wait time. Skills don't have any wait time. I've also noticed, I think Pelika's combo skill takes 12 seconds. I might be wrong. It's either 12 or 15. And Enmin's combo takes, I think, similar or slightly shorter. So, if you notice, it's not perfect. Like, I have to wait for this. So, what I've came to realize is I could try to be a bit patient when using these skills, because this electrification skill lasts for very long. So the mistake that I kept making was... Oh wait, no, I'll not tell you guys about this discovery yet. Okay, this is the last discovery I made, which is delay skills. This was like before I ended the stream that I realized I should be doing this. Okay? It's after I did this combo that I started to feel... Inside of me, I was already thinking, this is a little bit repetitive. Right? If you all put yourself in my shoes, and you played the game, and I tell you this is their combo, right? Some of you will be sitting here like, am I not just doing the same shit over and over again? Type of thing. So, that's when I started to think, what are the ultimates even for? Because I thought the ultimates are just big damage, but I played it so much yesterday, and I'm also remembering to my experience in Beta 1, that I realized the ultimates don't really deal damage. I know that they deal a lot of stagger, but I didn't quite understand like, why? No. So then I started to think, okay, Enmin's out wants you to have them in original crystal form. So if they're in an original crystal, they will take way more damage. And this made me realize I'm supposed to slot Enmin's skill here. Like, wait, no, this is a choice. I've basically realized this thing is I now have a choice of either using Enmin's skill or Enmin's out when doing this sequence. So that's the first one. Then there was a thing about Pelika. Pelika's skill states that if an enemy is having an electric infliction, I think she deals more damage. So that then made me realize, do not use Pelika out alone. If I want to use her out and maximize her damage, I needed to use Pelika's skill to cast the electrification and then deal her out. Which also means I have, if I want to, this is a possible time to slot her out in. Either I slot her out in, or just don't do it and just do it on its own like that. Now, a lash out causes a cryo infliction. Like it deals a stack of cryo infliction, was what I then read. I might be misremembering this, so please don't fault me if I fuck this up. So, I think Estella... Wait, do you think there's a page that shows what they do now? Estella Endfield. There might be. Okay, good. Exerts full strength to slam the lens down, dealing massive damage. No, but there's, I think, a talent. Is the one writing the talent? Oh, the page so new, no one's writing the talent yet. Wait, let me see Alash. Yeah, it applies cryo infliction. Defeating an enemy with this skill restores additional SP. Huh? I feel like I missed the memo. I forgot that happens. So I have to time his out. Oh my god, you see, like I'm still fucking learning. I don't understand fully about a unit's kit. Wait, he must be a fucking end kill person. Oh my heaven days. Guys, I'm learning again. Pokes a block of ice and slams to deal damage to the enemy. Hitting a target with cryo infliction applies solidification to the target and restores some SP. But Estella applies cryo. What? I'm supposed to use Estella's skill, cryo infliction, into a lash skill, solidification, SPR. What? I did not realize this was a sequence. Look at how much is going on. I'm still not connecting all the dots of what I can be doing with the squad. This just made me think. I don't think it's done. There must be more things that I forgot. Quickly move the enemy to the side, dealing damage to them. Applying lift when any enemy is solidified. Show me Perlica. Okay, this one deals electrification, I guess. Wait, both her combo and this will deal electrification. All enemies hit suffer massive electric damage and stagger. Can I read about electrification? Wait, this is physical. Breach, knockback, heat. No. Show me what electrification does again. Electric burst means they take more electric damage. What does electrification do? During which they take electric damage for a period of time, they take increased arts damage. If electrification is dealt again, the duration will refresh. Right, there's physical and arts damage, but there's also the elemental type of damage. Wait. Oh my god, I've been using Perlica's out wrong. So no, I'm supposed to use Perlica's... Oh my dearie me. I'm supposed to do Final Strike, Perlica combo, because that casts electrification, into Perlica's skill, because that causes electric bursts. And when there's electric bursts, they take more increased electric damage, and then use her out. I got it wrong. Oh my god. Wait. So how about admin? I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Oh wait, I just realized this says beta test 1 and beta test 2. God damn it, you're a scammer. Show me beta test 2? I don't think it's different though. think it's all the same. Yeah, it's all the same. Oh no, combo skill causes electrification now. Oh no, it always did. Oh wait, if combo skill causes electrification, let's just take increased arts damage, right? So... Oh, I can't buff your ult at all. I am not optimizing Pelika with this team. No one else in the team can give her a second electric infliction. Oh. So no, in terms of the best I can do is to just time her combo into her ult. That's the best I could do right now. And then for Enmin, am I looking at Enmin? Now I am. So fires a burst of origin crystal at enemies, dealing damage and applying crushed. Crush means take more physical damage, right? Rushes to enemy's side to deal damage and seal them. Bombards the ground with origin crystal, dealing massive damage. Seal enemies to take more damage. Actually, using her skill often is good if I'm running a physical based team, so that you can always have the crushed effect. Okay, and then the one I need to see, Alash. Right, so he applies, hitting a target with Cryo Infliction applies solidification to the target and restores SP. Open the angling hole beneath the enemy and deal damage, restore some SP. If the rare fin is hooked, the skill effect is greatly increased. When an enemy's arts reaction is consumed. So this is the reason why Pelika into Estella works, because the solidification is consumed. Oh, but it must be specifically consumed. So on this team, the only person that can do it is Estella. Pelika does not consume electrification. So that's the only wiring that I can make. If I want to maximize Alash's ult, I might want to use Estella's skill first on the current team, because it applies Cryo Infliction. And then this becomes Cryo Burst. Wait. This is Cryo Burst. And then wait, but Alash's wait. if I apply solidification to consume a solidification, I just use Enmin's skill. And that will also give me a lash combo. There's a lot of a lash combo. There's more than I thought. This is not a sequence that I did at all yesterday. I never decided to open the round with Estella into a lash, into Enmin, into his combo. Because the solidification gets consumed. Right? Consumes solidification. Because you have to shatter the ice. But then when... So, there's something... I was halfway through this. Since a lash outs, and it becomes a cryo burst, defeating an enemy with the skill recovers SP. Okay. But this here says when any enemy is solidified. Oh, so no, it doesn't quite work on the lash. Wait, I don't understand. When you do a cryo burst, right, it just stacks even more of the same stack of element, right? Like now you can hold up to 4 stacks. Am I right to say it? Is it like cryo burst triggers on the second infliction and then you can still continue to stack more until it loses effect? 2 of the same element, burst, and 2 stacks of infliction. But can you go to 3 stacks of infliction and 4 stacks of infliction? It stacks until you cause a reaction, right? So if it stacks until it causes a reaction, Estella skill, a lash out. Estella no. A lash out. A lash skill. No. A lash skill makes it solidification. A stellar combo. A stellar combo? Hold on, does it immediately shatter? Oh! Because she applies lift, it instant shatters. So I don't need Enmin skill. Oh no. I need Enmin skill if Estella's skill cannot trigger. This is if Estella's combo skill is not ready. Like at all in time for this. But if Estella's combo skill is ready, Estella's skill, infliction, a lash out, a lash skill so that you solidify, a stellar combo so that you solidify the enemy. Sorry, you lift the enemy, so you shatter them. Lift and shatter. Which triggers a lash combo. 9 seconds. Wow, I just discovered 2 chains that I never used yesterday. How the hell did I just do that? I did not do this yesterday. Okay. A lash combo is very important. But it doesn't have to trigger all the time. You know, because at any point here the chain can cut if I want to. In any case, there's SP gain here, there's SP gain here, there's SP gain here. If a lash combo is not ready, it's fine, it can stop here. Because if it's not ready here, I can make it ready using this. Yeah, so this is if Estella's combo is ready. But even if Estella's combo is not ready, alright, this is optional. No, so the actual way to do this is because these are the same. So this becomes an optional thing to do. Like that. If I want to out first, then do that, and then use Alash's skill. And then either... So I have a choice, basically, to close his skill. If Estella's combo is ready, do it. If it's not ready, do Enmin's skill. Yep, that just joined up the entire sequence chain of what it should be. Burst is not the same thing as reaction in terms of stack consumption. Oh, is it? Doesn't always have to be different characters. Yeah. So basically now this chain has become... I can add things in the middle to make them work. I'm quite confused about one thing. What's the point of Estella's out then? Does Estella's out one vulnerable? Is that it? How do I maximize Estella's out? Is it by vulnerable? It doesn't do a knockdown. The enemies will stay lifted until they go down. Because if you notice in the entire thing here, notice how none of my combos says Estella out. Because I've just realized I don't know what to do with it. What happens when there's 4 stacks of vulnerable? Wait, so vulnerable increases the amount of stagger amount. Estella out does lift if the enemy has physical susceptibility. Oh, it's missing that condition? I remember asking this yesterday. Who causes physical susceptibility within this team? Guys, wait. I don't know why the Enfield staff is awake at 4 a.m. but he or she is, and is saying they might let me in the game. I won't progress in the game. Okay, I'm not gonna do like any main mission. I guess can't. It's way too late now. But like, if I can get in, I'll be happy. It's 4 a.m. How's that possible? The stream now become true 3 hours. Yeah, true chattery at the start. Wait. Does anyone know who applies physical susceptibility in the 4-man team? I remember someone did. What is physical susceptibility? Oh my god, my brain cannot process this game. Still happening. Let's check. Only Li Feng can. No one else can, is it? I see. So her ult is just pure damage now. So does that mean to maximize her ult, I just need to cause more vulnerable? Or like cast the crush status? But crush status makes the enemy vulnerable, and if the enemy is already vulnerable, then consume all vulnerable. Oh, so her ult cannot. Huh? Estella's ult cannot amplify? Okay, I've been told that the team behind managing this may not be awake. So, yeah. Hold on, let me see what they are saying in the Enfield Discord. Oh, I've been told that I might be able to email Enfield that I want to play the game on iOS versus Android. Oh, maybe I'll do that so that I can feel what it's like to play. I heard that some people are playing on iPhone 11 or like some weaker Android phones, and apparently they're saying that the game is running just fine. So that's good. Play on phone? I don't think I want to play on phone. I mean, no, I probably would, just to like check in and stuff. Okay, if Estella's combo is literally just for the sake of casting a vulnerable, because I think N-Min's combo also casts a vulnerable. Oh no, it doesn't. Hey, wait. Does sealing an enemy cast combo? Right. Wait. When another teammate combo skill deals damage. Is N-Min the only person that can break the original crystal? Or can anyone break the original crystal? Because original crystal is like solidification, right? Wait, when another teammate's combo deal damage, doesn't that mean Enmin's combo trigger way more than I think? It does, because whenever I did this, there were times where I got Enmin's combo out of nowhere. Like Enmin's combo could end up appearing with a Lash combo. This was what happened yesterday. But Enmin's combo means someone gets sealed. Oh, and I think Enmin's combo trigger first before a Lash combo. So this usually ends up becoming a situation where Enmin seals them, a Lash just, you know, do the kill. But I feel like the person... Last beta kill use it with combos cooldown. I need to see the combo cooldown item is back in the game. Did they choose to remove it or did they choose to keep it? If they choose to keep it, oh, it takes more effort to think about this and like how often everything can appear. Everyone's combo can appear at really funky times. Because combo and skill. There's a chance that this becomes there's a chance that it's several things. Several. I just realized if Enmin and Elash combo can trigger together, it also means that Enmin and Elash combo can also trigger together right here. But when Enmin's combo trigger, a lash will shatter, okay. I'm trying to think, is there a situation where a lash is not the person shattering it? I think I could make that happen. Like, I could make that happen by... Is this a seal? Oh! This can be Estella's out. This can also be Estella's out. Enmin combo, Enmin skill. solidification up. This will shatter. No, but this will definitely cause Estella's combo. But I could still do this. I could still do Estella's out here. Right? Estella's skill has cryo infliction, deals into Alash out, deals into Alash skill. When Alash skill is up, there's a ice ball. Either use Estella's out to do it. Estella's combo might trigger, but I can still do the out before the combo. And then Enmin's skill could also work. Enmin combo will apply a vulnerable stack. But Enmin's skill is the one that does the crush. And the crush is more effective when you do more stack. Which simply means, if I would want to, I am allowed to maybe pair this with... Does a Lash combo cause a vulnerable stack? No, I don't think it does. I need to check which people in my current team actually deals a vulnerable stack. But if this was the case, then I've already have one, if not two vulnerable stacks into another third vulnerable stack, which simply means I can cast Enmin skill right here. But we're starting to see it becoming a giant web of chain, aren't we? At this point, I feel like I'm about to create like a cycle. A cycle of things that could happen. This is a lot to remember. Overwhelming, isn't it? Like whatever that I'm saying. I think this fries gacha gamers' brains, man. Just do a pure cryo team for Alash? No, here's the thing. Units just work differently depending on who you put together with them. Enmin skill does crush too. I know, but the crush will consume all the vulnerable and deal a big damage. So what I'm saying is, deal all the physical capabilities, because there's only two people on the team that can deal physical stuff, which is Estella and Enmin. So just stack all the vulnerable and punch. You shouldn't try to use Enmin skill alone. Unless you have no vulnerable, then crush equal vulnerable. Wow, my brain is cooking. I need to figure out because the final chain combo that I showed you there is very SP intensive. So I need to see how Alash actually helps this entire flow to work. But yeah, I'm excited to see how I will sequence this new finding. Right now though, I think my brain is absolutely cracking. So I'm just gonna break this part up, right? If I want a good physical focus fire, I think it's easier to not make a giant web or chain. So I can either start with Enmin, this is one time. Either start with Enmin's skill, Estella out, Estella combo, Enmin skill. So these two are the only one that can deal it. Again, I don't know if Alash can cause a vulnerable. But yeah, this will create a situation of 4-time vulnerable stack. Basically. Does Perlicus out not consume the vulnerable stack? No. Does Endmin out consider vulnerable stack? Also no, Endmin's out only cares about sealed enemies. So that means Endmin's out. Endmin's out is also an option. So I have free choice here of do one of the two. Do one of two out of three things for physical focus fire on this team. Oh, I could even just... No, well, it doesn't matter. I just need to do 3 of the 4 things stated here. Because I could also not start with Endmin skill, just out, combo, skill. This is the physical lineup of the current team. Okay, I'm gonna remove this to not outbrain myself. My brain is really hurting. Pelika's combo is the only one that can deal electric. Well, so this is Pelika out. This is Pelika out. Wait, I don't even have to use a skill before out. There's just no choice. There's just no way to maximize it. So, in that case, enhancement. The only way for me to do it in the current team is Pelika's skill. No, her combo. Yeah. Correct. It's just like that. This is all I can do. Because her skill doesn't affect her out. So Estella's out becomes a support. Estella's out is not meant to be solo focused. Whereas Alessia's out, to maximize it, I also don't think he has any focus apart from he needs to be able to kill the enemy. Again, I need to understand if this is a physical attack or if this is a cryo attack. Okay, whatever that it is, I think this should be fine. I'm gonna make one big book for this team so that when I play tomorrow, we try to approach it. And then the crazy part is, I most likely will open up into a second team tomorrow. And when I open up into a second team, we're gonna die. Alesh is all about cryo infliction. The out deals cryo damage for Alesh. If the out deals cryo damage, outdeals cryo damage, you say? So the only way for me to maximize Alesh out is Estella skill twice. This is the best way. Oh, but the out applies cryo infliction too. But is the cryo infliction applied first or after? I think it's after. So I've got no choice. I can only do it this way. This is the best way to use this out. In terms of Endmin's out, the best way for me to maximize it is just make sure that Endmin did the combo skill. And then Endmin can out. That's all. And in terms of Estella's out, so there's just no way to buff Estella's out right now, right? So I don't have to care. Like, there's no way to create a huge amount of damage from Estella's out. So I figured out now how to best use their out. So this is a Estella start. Like, if I want to, you know, do a new chain, I can do a Estella skill. So this fine print actually comes into here, but I'm not gonna do that for now. Then do this, Estella combo lift into Enmin combo. I think I don't have to write Enmin's skill. Wait, let me see. Enmin's skill should only come after I've applied enough vulnerable. So that means I can just do it like this. I have a feeling that Elesh combo does vulnerable as well, but I need to check. If it does, then I have more to add here. So yeah, this is the Estella start sequence. This is the Pelika start sequence. And this is the regular attack sequence. Alright, I've created the how to play my team. Locked out. For some reason I can't get back in the game. The staff are trying to help me fix that. So yeah. Okay. I think this is done. I finally pieced out the entire team. His combo skill doesn't do vulnerable? Okay, fair enough. So I will try this new start that I figured out. And I need to try to learn these three things. How to best use Enmin's out, how to best use Alesh's out, how to best use Pelika's out on my team. And how to have extreme crush damage on Enmin. So this is quite a heavy rulebook. I cooked only after an entire hour. What do y'all think? Is this a very flowy thing? Does it feel like it's gonna be repetitive with this amount of work that you put on the unit? The other thing is, I haven't considered talent. And I haven't considered talent, I haven't considered the gear, I haven't considered the weapon. There's still more fine print that I have not read. This is quite some cooking for 4 AM. I just have to make it visually appealing. Very much true. Well, I'll be able to do so tomorrow. Let's run it. Let's run the whole sequence tomorrow. And we probably have to recook whenever I have the opportunity for the new teams. I have Li Feng now. So in truth, I need to figure out what's a fun team to use with Aya. I wrote Aya Alter. But what's her name right now? What is Aya's name in the current game? I cannot remember. Does anyone remember what's Aya's name in the current game? Adelia. Adelia and Li Feng. I want to make a team that is focused on both of them. We'll figure out how. I have a strange gut feeling that I might be able to create more than 10 teams in one go of this Endfield playtime. Because they just introduced way too many units. Like with what? Craziest part, there's 2 4 stars in here. what happens if I start showing you guys the no 4-star team or pure 6 stars or no 6 stars, right? Oh, I am really looking forward to make an Avrina team. Now that I saw what her skill does, I'm really looking forward to make Avrina. Yeah, that's a good goal. So, okay. Anyways, that's my 3-hour stream. I wish the 3 hours was me actually in game, but this is more of me telling you guys why Enfield has taken over my soul. Alright, it's such a heavy game that I just find it difficult to put it to words. I don't think I'm that good of a person to like explain everything to people out there. Like I always get asked by some OCC friends as well. They'll be like, oh, why do you enjoy the game? What's so good about it? And I'm just like, how do I explain to you why this is fun? You know, it just reminds me of the feeling of card deck building, or like, actually no, that's just probably the best way to say it. You know, a big card deck building meets fighting game meets action genre, just everything kind of just blended together. That is such a good harmony. That it's a harmony that I think people need to take time to realize what's going on. So, yeah. Alright, be back tomorrow. We'll have some fun. We'll explore. We'll go deeper into the game. And see you guys. I'll say goodnight. Bye.